A wartime rom-com tells the true story of the playwright's own parents' courtship during World War II. The play, told in epistolary style, I knew I was going to jump on that. Epistolary style is a love letter to the couple at the center of the two-person play. And here to tell us about the local staging of Dear Jack, Dear Louise at Theatre Jacksonville, we're joined by Roxanna Lewis, the play's director. Good morning, Roxanna.
Good morning.
We're also joined by Sarah Boone, Theatre Jacksonville's executive director. Hey, Sarah.
Hey, how are you?
Great. So World War II pieces always seem sort of saturated with nostalgia, and a big part of this play is remembrance of the lost art of letter writing.
Yes.
So what do you get from this, Roxana? What are the people in the world of social media and dating apps, and what are they missing out on?
Oh, what a great question. To me, the entire purpose of this play is about connection, and it is about active listening, and it is about being curious about somebody who you could never imagine what they look like, because the art of writing takes time and it takes intention and it takes curiosity to really be committed to finishing the letter, right? It's not a swipe, it's not a first impression. In fact, it's stories of people who have never seen each other, who have never heard each other's voices, and that art of writing and the art of listening with imagination. It's very important because we're engaging imagination and not AI.
And we should say, so this is like based on the playwright Ken Ludwig's parents. He's the Tony Award-winning playwright behind Lend Me a Tenor and a bunch of other things. He's probably one of the most performed playwrights of his generation. But so he never had these letters of his parents. He based this off of stories he was told. But the true story is that they had not ever met in person.
They had not. They corresponded through World War II and met afterwards, and they married. And I think that they were married for 50 plus years. So it is a true love story. And I think, just like Roxana said, when you're actually writing down your thoughts and thinking about them, it focuses you. And I think during that time, I know my parents courted by letters, and they were from that same time period.
And you wrote a piece about it as well,
I did.
show.
Yeah, we found my mother's diary from 1942 that was, and the letters that she had written during the war. And it was so a part of that generation. And it lingers down. So and you also have the actual tactile pieces of paper.
So it's told in a conversational way, even though they're reading from letters that they're writing, Roxana. But you can tell that the intimacy grows as they go from formal greetings and farewells to more intimate ones over time. How does the staging reflect that? How does your direction show the growing intimacy between these two eventual, this eventual couple?
Yeah, I think what's really interesting about this is they're also two very different individuals, and they have really different interests, and one is this ambitious showgirl for Broadway, which is very interesting. I mean, this is the 40s. She's this independent young woman who's out there trying to basically live in a women's house and just trying to make it to the end of the day. And meanwhile, we have a young doctor who's very grounded, trying to save lives. And who would think these two people would really have anything in common at all?
Because he's serving in the military, yes, as a doctor.
We're watching them in their real life experiences. We're seeing these two lives simultaneously, and the only thing that really connects them is these words that they are thinking about. We see them when they're cogitating and coming up with their thoughts, but we're also watching them learn about one another. And meanwhile, we're seeing them in their own natural habitat, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah. Why was this an appropriate selection for this Theatre Jacks season? It's 106th year?
It is, yes.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It is amazing. I think, we have a history with Ken Ludwig. We have done many of his plays, and some of them before they were published. And I ran across this script, and I love stories from that time period. And we read it, and we were bowled over by it.
I mean, it must have really spoken to you personally because of your mom's experience.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
And we tried to get it at the time, and he didn't release the rights to do this play until this year.
Oh, wow.
So we've been anticipating this for a long time.
So it's a great get for the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, the play is called Dear Jack, Dear Louise. It's at Theatre Jacksonville, and it begins February 27th.
Yes, next Friday.
It runs through March 15th. Of course, there'll be info on your website. We've got a link on our website. Best of luck. Break a leg. I think it'll be a great performance.
We're excited. Thank
All
you.
right. Roxanna, Louise, Sarah Boone, appreciate you both being here.
Thank you.